Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Lions Den Investments and Reviews. My name is Casey. Hope you guys are having a good day. Just want to cover the fundamental news in the crypto market today, kind of explain to you what's going on and what to expect going into the weekend. So, a lot of the news that I'm going to be talking about today is negative, okay? And you don't want to, be biased on the markets and lean just one side. You want to stay neutral and look at both sides of the coin here, okay? Good and bad. So what we're going to do is cover the bad first, and then I'll cover the good news. So looking at the charts here on Bitcoin, and I'm just focusing on Bitcoin and Ethereum today because those two coins are the dominant tokens in the crypto market. So you got to watch Bitcoins because whatever project you're invested in, in an altcoin, if Bitcoin goes down, it's going to take Ethereum with it, and Ethereum's going to take the rest of the market as well. So that's why I'm focusing on Bitcoin. But as you can see here on the charts, okay, we are still in a downtrend. The RSI is approaching the bottom again here. Right now we're sitting at about 31.30 on the RSI, 31.30. And if you look at the chart, okay, we're in this wedge here, this downward wedge. The price that I'm looking at right now for Bitcoin, guys, is going to be right up in here at this level. Okay, so right there around 46,000 would be roughly, where I'm looking at Bitcoin. If we drop below 46,000, I was telling you in previous video that that would be probably the lowest we could go on Bitcoin without getting a V-shaped recovery and bringing us back up into higher prices to maintain a bull market. Okay, so it's really coming down to the wire here. And if you guys are new to the market or anybody who's invested right now or day trading, you need to be watching Bitcoin specifically. Now let's go over here to Ethereum because Ethereum is looking a little bit more bullish than Bitcoin at the moment. So if we go to we're on a logarithmic scale right now. So right now I've got this resistance. Actually, we flipped a resistance, turned it into support right here at about $3,982. So we are still above support or above the resistance. So it's acting as support. And I'm expecting that Ethereum, we got to watch that level at 3,982 because I'm expecting it to come down and maybe take a bounce off of that, okay? As long as we remain above 3,962, we're still in the bull trend there. But if we break the weekly support, somewhere probably right around in here, I'm going to go ahead and circle it. Probably somewhere right around in here, then you'd be looking at more of a bearish trend on Ethereum. But right now, Ethereum is looking far more bullish than Bitcoin. If you look at the Ethereum and Bitcoin pair, Ethereum is looking rather strong compared to Bitcoin. So that's at least good. But again, if you go back to Bitcoin and we break that $46,000 mark and we start falling down here into the lower 40,000s again, retesting where we wicked, okay, it's going to take Ethereum with it. All right, so one thing to note when you're watching these day traders and people who are really focusing on technicals all the time and not the fundamentals, the technicals you can pretty much throw out the window when it comes to fundamental news because I keep telling you that fundamentals will move prices. Okay, case in point here, Bitcoin dipped below 50,000 as the Evergrande defaults on US dollar debt. Now I'm not going to go too much in depth with this article, but basically they were saying it's going to affect the crypto market or has the potential of impacting the cryptocurrency markets. Okay, they're saying that, it appears on track. Data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView showed their pair acting within a small range around the $50,000 mark overnight. This yet to become firm support. So we've already broken below that. A crucial area to hold is that region we've touched already, like they were saying, at 42,000. The close was above 46,000 to 47,000. And they're saying they would prefer not to lose that at all, right? And that's pretty much what I'm saying too. So, keep an eye on this. I don't know. There's rumors out there that the Evergrande default was tied to Tether somehow. I really don't I haven't paid attention to that or tried to dig into it to see what all is behind that. But there are rumors out there that Tether might be potentially tied to this Evergrande default with commercial paper coming out of China. Okay. So don't quote me on that as being confirmed because I haven't confirmed that. I'm just hearing rumors about it. So if you guys know more about it, leave comments in the comment section. But that takes us to the next article here, which is from Will Clemente on Twitter. He was talking about the funding rates on Bitcoin, right? Well, the funding rates had gone negative, and it's now profitable to take long positions on Bitcoin perpetual futures contracts. Now, this only happened once before in this bull run back in January. So I'll leave a link for this as well so you can go look at it for yourself. But basically, when the funding rates go negative, it resets the futures contracts so that you can get a better position going long on Bitcoin in the future. So now on to the good news here, guys. Yesterday, huge news came out. They had the Congress hearing with the 6 crypto CEOs. They were called to testify before the Skeptical House Finance Committee. The big question the senators had was whether or not the U.S. dollar would be threatened by the crypto market as a whole due to stablecoins. And so Brian Brooks did a very good job, along with a couple others, explaining to the Senate and Congress that essentially it's going to empower the U.S. dollar because it allows third world countries better access to the U.S. dollar who may not have that right now. Okay, so it really changed the tone and the course of where Congress is headed with clarity and regulation on the crypto market as a whole. I know there was rumors flying around on Capitol Hill that they were all excited about it afterwards, and needless to say, they should be, because there was one of the congressmen made a really good point regarding the fact that the rest of the world is not going to slow down innovation just because the U.S. wants to clamp down on it for fear that it could overtake, stablecoins could overtake or threaten the U.S. dollar. Okay, so he made that point very clear to his colleagues, and it basically is going to speed things up here, I think, when it comes to Congress and this crypto regulations working group coming together and establishing, laws and clarity and regulations around this entire market. So it was very, very positive news. The last thing I want to show you, though, is a post that I made yesterday for my community. This is Raoul Pal. Okay, if you guys don't know him, he basically is owner of a hedge fund, billionaire, been in cryptos for a long time. But I've been telling you, my view has been aligning with his more and more as we go into the later stretch of this bull run. And he's saying that he sees Ethereum hitting 20,000 by March at latest. So I was talking about lengthening cycles, and and a lot of that's just based on what his research findings are. You got to be a critical thinker. You got to think for yourself. But these guys know stuff that we don't. Okay, so I like to listen to the insiders, especially guys like this. Michael Saylor's another one. You get guys out there like BitBoy and some of these day traders who all they do is focus in on previous cycles, wealth cycles from like 2017 and 2013. And granted, that's good, but they don't really pay attention to the fundamentals, and they don't really, who knows who they follow. But when it comes to like, having insiders and people that have information that we don't have, they've got billions of dollars behind that too. So there's good reason why he's saying that. I'll leave a link for the article so you can go back and read this as well. But basically, he's still bullish. He's expecting a lengthened wealth cycle here, and is expecting Ethereum to hit 20,000. So that's really all I had for today's video, guys. Again, for tomorrow, the options expire. Okay, the options contracts expire. So I would be expecting more downward movement on Bitcoin and the rest of the entire market. Okay, so don't get spooked just yet, is what I'm trying to tell you. because again, if you go back here to Bitcoin, we got to break this 46,000, and then if we get in back down here into retesting like the 42,000 or 41,000 mark, I would, I hate to say this, but I would say that we're probably looking at a bear market, because I just don't see the prices surging all the way back at 60,000, before the end of December. And that's essentially what we would need to continue a bull market, is we would need to get back up by the end of December at the very least. We'd need to get back up here above 55,000, and yeah, probably come up close to 60,000, so we could create a new higher low, essentially, and create a new uptrend. Okay, so keep your eyes on that, fingers crossed, because I'm still bullish on the market, but it's starting to look pretty grim here. And the fear index right now, I think that's at like 25. It's probably lower than that now. I haven't went back and checked, but fear's an all-time high. And a lot of times, I would say be greedy because everybody else is fearful. But at the same time, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to be biased, and I don't want to lean just to one side. I want to stay neutral here. So I'm kind of giving you both sides of the picture here as to what can happen. Bullish case, we need to get back to 60,000. Bearish case, we break this support level here at 46, we head down to 42, and if we don't get a V-shaped recovery and a big spike in prices, I'm probably going to be looking at liquidating and taking my profits, and then seeing what happens. Because right now, guys, if you don't know what my holdings are, I hold Theta and T-Fuel. Those are my major holdings. And then I've got diversification in 3 different meme coins, which are kind of, they're not directly tied to the market when it comes to utility, because they have communities behind them. So those can surge even in a bear market. So that's why I diversified into those, just to kind of get a little NOS to my portfolio. So I'm going to hold on to those tokens, the meme tokens, and just, kind of, it's a gamble. So if I lose money on them, fine, whatever. It's not a whole lot. I can afford to lose it. But I'm already in massive profits on Theta and T-Fuel, and I don't want to continue holding thinking that the market's going to continue going up when it's not. I mean, obviously the market's telling us it's going down, and if we go into a bear market, I don't want to be that guy that's holding on to my portfolio that's just 100% profits right now, and watch it go from $70,000-$80,000 all the way down to like 20 grand, when I could get out knowing that a bear market has begun, and then just wait for everything to drop and then come back in and buy up the bottom. Hopefully that's not what happens, because I had plans on Bitcoin and Ethereum going into a bull run here late December into January and February at the latest. So we'll have to just wait and see what happens. But again, expect a bloodbath. That's what I'm looking at. If that doesn't happen, great. Then I was wrong, and I can come out here and tell you guys, hey, you know what? We only got a 5% drop instead of another 20% drop. So that's what I'm hoping for. But if you guys like the content, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button as well. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. Share this with people too, okay? So if you got friends out there who aren't familiar with this stuff, who are getting into it or asking you questions, send them over to the channel, okay? Because we cover the fundamentals and the technicals. I don't want to be that guy that just comes out here and just focuses all on technicals and draws these nice little charts for you, with inverted lines and wedges and ascending triangles and all that, and I'm not paying attention to anything else. So you're going to get both sides from me, technicals and fundamentals. With that said, though, guys, have a good day, and as usual, volatility is increasing, okay? It's going up and down in more drastic moves. And that's scaring a lot of folks. There's a lot of fear out there. But like I always say, fear nothing, my friends. Till next time, okay? Bye-bye.